How much money do you make a year?
350,000.
I'm sorry, what?
$350,000
You're lying. Show me proof. There's no way. What? How?
on Fun with Feet. I upload my pictures.
How much have you made in total? That's crazy.
Yeah, I made $700,000 so far, and I started last year. So.
One of the beautiful things about YouTube is that it's essentially a functioning digital library. And anytime you come into a space, you're probably going to be confronted with the creators that have the higher view numbers or the higher subscriber numbers. But if you look deep in the bowels of any space, you're going to find OGs. And that's one of the beautiful things about this space is that there are a lot of OGs, and I'm going to feature one today. And make sure you support him as I try to support content creators that I follow. And he's going to make a really important distinction here because he has been on YouTube being a creator for, I think he said 10 years. And he's having this revelation after opening up his Cash App. I think it was 24 to 48 hours ago. And he understands what it feels like to be a bad bee, as he explains here.
You know what I mean? The guy at the BMW dealership, he doesn't care whether you make your money online or whether you go out there and you got to work your 9 to 5. He just wants to know, do you have it? Right? So if the society's going to act like all that matters is do you have it, despite the fact that like you'll have like dwindling numbers of people with actual skills, because now everything the shit that makes the most money now is not only seems to be on par with actually having conventional skills, but people see that as more valuable.
He's just talking about, simply put, if you're a beautiful woman and people just give you money, then that is quote unquote a skill. And so when you go to buy stuff or finance stuff, that quote unquote skill is taking the place of someone that actually produces stuff. So when you have a society of people who are mesmerized by someone's beauty, they just give them free stuff.
When a woman holds out her hand, give her money.
You know, and again, like, I'm not a bad bitch. But now I totally see how, when it comes to women being bad bitches, how, you know, they can, you know, what do you want to call it? You know, how they can develop the level of arrogance that they have. You know, I don't need a man. You know, I see why they're saying that shit.
Now, of course, he's using certain language and that's the way he speaks, but he's not wrong. If you are in a society where all you have to do is just be born pretty and people just give you money, then you're going to start thinking that, well, I mean, you're probably going to start thinking that you're a god or a goddess, because all you have to do is walk in certain areas and people just look at you and they want to start giving you stuff. And I don't know how we got there as a society, but from where I am, it looks a little bit strange because there's a little bit of that here, but it's not nearly to the levels of what I'm seeing. And it seems like it's just something that's being exacerbated as things continue.
Yo, bro, she has 10 other guys calling her beautiful.
Bro, you want to be different? Send her money. Money!
That's what they want.
You know, because, you know, they make money when they, you know, get up in the morning and take a shit. They're literally squatting on the toilet, peeing, and their Cash App is making a little coin sound and shit like that.
It's always important to give OGs their flowers. And I know I go by the moniker OG, but that's me living in this country for 20 years. But Sergeant Willie Pete's one of the really OGs in the space, and got to give the OGs their flowers. So that's Sergeant Willie Pete. Check him out. Watch the whole video because it's he cracks you up, but he's spot on.
Okay. They got that dog shit on her. Oh my God.
I covered this video a while back, and it's a passport bro talking about how the tricking culture has affected the ecosystem in the Dominican Republic.
And also, man, don't go crazy, you know what I'm saying? These local countries, they have their own economy set up, you know what I'm saying? In some places, for instance, in the DR, You know, average person pays between $100 and $200 a month for rent. You know what I'm saying? So if you, you know, papi dinero, you come down here, you know what I'm saying, you spending, you know, $200-300 on a female in a day, man, you just blowing things way out of proportion. You know what I'm saying? You're messing up the economy, the local economy. So now the next guy comes down, these women are gonna expect way more than probably ever seen.
Now, before Kev gets started, the guy's right.
She already has thousands of guys that tell her she's pretty. So Habibi, be different and send her some money. Yalla.
Anyone who's ever been a server will understand what she's doing here.
1, 2,
I think these are Canadian dollars.
3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 575, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. $575, and then the $17.18 that I owe them, or $17.13.
If you ever serve tables or you've ever been a waiter or waitress, you understand that the average male server is going to make 10, 15, 20% less than the average female server. And as the female server gets more attractive, so too does the disparity increase in the tips. The only real way that a male can kind of compete with a really pretty female server is to be funny and be entertaining. But you can see that look is what's getting her the tips. It's just another example of the fact that prettiness is a skill. And it's a skill because when you have guys who see pretty girls and they instantly start emptying their wallets, it's literally a job. It's our nature as guys. If we see a cute woman and we want to be with her, we're going to do things to impress her. That's just part of our DNA. But our current culture has gotten to a point where guys are doing jobs and making money, and they're taking that hard-earned money and giving it to very, very pretty young ladies. And those young ladies may seem to be developing a level of entitlement, as if you want my attention, then where's my money? And so in this age where you have this kind of entitlement being created at the same time as this cry out for being oppressed by the patriarchy, if you will, you get a kind of double standard that sounds like
women. Y'all gotta stop. Y'all have to stop. Stop what? Giving men money. If you give men money, you lost. You just lost. You lost the game. You lost your power. You lost everything. If you give a man money, you lost. Straight up, you lost. Why? Because now he's your child. Okay? Now you're his mother. Okay? You cannot.
Now, remember, we just watched a series of TikToks of guys saying, hey, give ladies money if they're cute, or we saw the lady counting extra tips at a restaurant because she's pretty. But on the other shoe, you get women saying, under no circumstances should you give a man money. I guess this is a new way of calling equality, if you will. But that said, I think gentlemen should live by a principle of, if someone is not providing a service that is worth being paid for, i.e. creating content that is worthy of being tipped via Cash App, then you shouldn't just be giving someone money because they were born a certain way. That's God's job. God did that. Tip the creators and the people that are creating value. And if someone is just born with value or cute feet, admire the feet, move on. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, comment below, and I'll catch you in the next video. Take care, guys.